ain't fade you, boy.
Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Daniel, and today I am here with a $1,000 gaming PC build. Now, this is one of the areas where you will definitely get the most value out of your rig. Honestly, value per dollar wise, I'd say, 600, 700 range is probably where you get the best, but you'll still get great value with this rig. Plus, with a really nice CPU, really nice graphics card, and everything like that. So, you could do video editing, whatever else, really. This will be fine for everyday tasks as well without a problem. So, yeah, moving on, or starting, I guess, with the CPU. I'm with the AMD FX 8350, 4 GHz, 8-core processor. Now, right now, this is $184.67. This is a great CPU. Again, you can go with things like the 9590, but there's really no point in that because that's basically just this with an AMD water cooler. And AMD water coolers, you can get better value per dollar out of other water coolers like the Corsair H100i, so on and so forth. So that's what I'd recommend you do if you do want to get basically 9590 speed, is just buy a different CPU cooler and overclock this. Although this is already at 4 GHz, so you really don't need to overclock all that much. It'll do just fine on its own. So yeah, for the motherboard, I'm with the Asus M5A99X Evo R2.0 ATX AM3 Plus motherboard. Now, this has some pretty good deals on it right now. It has $20 mail-in rebate and a $10 off promo code, making it instead of the usual cost of $135, it's now $105. So that's a $30 off price, which is pretty awesome. Although this is the Evo version, it's not the Pro version, so overclocking is not going to be as amazing on this board. You don't get as good overclocking options, but you really don't need them. As I said, the CPU is already at 4 GHz, so there's kind of no point. So again, you could save a couple bucks there, and you should be fine with this. For the memory, on the G.Skill Ripjaws X Series, 8 GB, which is 2 sticks of 4 GB, DDR3 1866 megahertz memory. Right now this is $85 and is a great deal. I love G.Skill simply because of their value. They're honestly no worse than Corsair Vengeance RAM or something like that would be. Although Corsair Vengeance RAM is a bit better looking in my opinion. Honestly, some people think that the Ripjaws X Series looks better, or even Ripjaws Z Series. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. But again, I think this looks totally fine, and it's like $20 less compared to the, Corsair Vengeance version of this. Although I do like Corsair Vengeance, don't get me wrong. Yeah, for the storage, or for the mass storage, I should say, I went with the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. This is $60 right now after a $5 mail-in rebate, and is a great little drive. And honestly, things like videos, pictures, music, things like that will go on here, simply because for all of those things you don't need super fast hard drive to run them. They'll run the same on an SSD as on a mechanical drive like this. So that's what I recommend you do with this. And I also did go with a fast drive, which is the ADATA XPG SX900 64 gigabyte solid state disk. Now this is $80 and will allow you to store your OS and a couple of your favorite apps, maybe your favorite games, whatever. Again, being that next gen games, or current gen now, are starting to be in like the 50 gigabyte range, I would probably say that you couldn't fit any games on here. But you could fit your OS and your internet browser, or something like that, just for quick boot times. So yeah, for the video card, I'm with the EVGA GeForce GTX 770 2 gigabyte video card. Right now, this has a $10 mail-in rebate, making it $330. And this is a great card. I own it myself. I get 60 FPS in Bioshock Infinite maxed out, 60 FPS in Battlefield 4 maxed out, and these are with dips to 50 every now and then. So again, most AAA games currently are playable at Ultra. I say playable because it's not 60 all the time. You do get dips and spikes and whatnot. So yeah, for the case, I'm with the Fractal Design Arc MIDI R2. This is a black ATX mid-tower case. I like it a lot. It's $90 compared to, the Fractal Design Define R4, which is like $130 or so. again, that the Define R4 also has a lot of mail-in rebates and deals a lot of the time. But generally, on a day-to-day basis, this is actually a great value for a case like this. And honestly, I think the Fractal Design Define R4 looks a little bit better. But this, it's a great case. It will work just fine. Again, it's $90, so you get what you pay for. For the power supply, on the Seasonic G 550 watt 80 plus gold certified semi-modular ATX power supply. This is $83, and again, you really do not need like a 750 watt hard drive, 750 watt hard drive, 750 watt power supply. You won't use it in this build. We're only using 460 watts, so again, you'll have about 100 watts of overhead, which is needed to get the maximum amount of efficiency. Man, I cannot talk today. The maximum amount of efficiency out of your power supply, which we will be doing in this build. Plus, it's 80 plus gold, semi-modular, so you can remove some of the cables for better airflow, things like that, which is just awesome. So yeah, you'll get probably some of the best value for money you'll get out of a power supply with this. Plus, you'll be saving money on electricity bills. So yeah, that's about the end of this video. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new here. I post content every other day. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to speak next time, and peace.